We're back. And we're back. Again, this is sensitive. This can be a trigger for some people. Relationships aren't easy to talk about, especially if you've been through a lot in relationships. And a topic that is really that's probably one of the most controversial topics is cheating and abuse. What do y'all feel about those things?
I don't condone it. I have any.
Nobody would condone it. Shit.
Well, there are people that
condone that,
or
that'd be okay. Just be like, okay,
right?
well,
But
you didn't really mean it.
I don't think they ever wanted that.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted it.
I would hope not.
But at the same time, it's like
unless they think that's love.
And that's the thing. There are some people out there who
Right.
think that that's
think
okay,
that's love.
and it's not. That's not love. Love should never hurt. Love
no
should
question.
never
Not
hurt.
saying that this is me or how I feel, but do you think people make mistakes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can one instance be forgivable?
It depends.
Depends on the situation.
It depends exactly. You need to be honest and be sincere about wanting to get help.
Yeah, because I feel like depending on where you're at in your relationship is a key too. Like if you've been together for a year or 6 months and he's cheating, that might not be the person, or he might not be ready.
Right. So if you're not ready, why would you jump in a relationship?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Some people think that they just need somebody.
And that's
some
the
people
thing.
think that they're ready, and then they realize, and then they may not be.
Do you feel like when you get with a person and you're like, okay, we're in a relationship, and then like a few months down the line, you're like, maybe I jumped into this too quickly, or
probably because they want somebody around. They feel lonely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does. It does.
But maybe that person could be the person for them, but not at that time.
I believe wrong time, right person. I believe in stuff like
Wrong time, right person.
Yeah.
I also believe right time,
I think
wrong person.
I believe both.
Yeah, I
believe
believe
both.
both.
But I feel like if the person, like she's saying, wrong time, right person, if that person knows that maybe you're not ready and they stick by you and they try to work with you to get, you know what I mean, to still, because they believe that you may be right for each other.
How long do you wait? How long do you wait
I don't know.
for somebody to get themselves
right
together?
If you've fallen in love with that person, I don't think there's a time limit on that. Because I know if I'm with somebody and they're going through something like that, and I would want to do everything I can to help them. Just for the simple fact that I love them and I want the best for them. So
Yeah.
Okay, so
What is love?
so with that,
That's a question now. Because you know some people think love is different things. You know what I'm
what is
saying?
love to everybody? What's love
what
to
is
y'all?
love? Because we're talking about love relationships,
What
right?
is love?
I feel like love is when you do something before you do something for yourself. You think about that person before you think about yourself.
I agree with that.
So sacrifice.
Love is support.
Sacrifice, support.
Love is support.
When you're
Love
down
is
in
trust.
times
Yeah.
and you can't do what you need to do financially.
Yeah.
You know.
I think
Sometimes
it's
you might have
emotionally
it,
for
you know?
me too.
You're definitely emotionally.
Before finances, it's emotional. You know what I mean? Because anybody
You gotta
can
build
throw
that
money.
trust. You gotta build that trust with somebody. You
Yeah,
gotta build that
That
bond with
type
somebody.
of-
Love is commitment.
You gotta
too.
have that vulnerability.
Ability.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't. I don't know if it's just me, but I just can't see myself just like you meet somebody and you just
telling them your whole life story.
like I feel like that's so weird. It is. It's weird to me because I don't know you. I don't know what you could potentially do with the information that I'm
Right.
sharing
You
with you.
probably could be out to get.
But then you're not, to a degree, you're going to tell them certain things.
Certain things,
Right.
but not
You're going to
like
be open.
some
You have to
degree.
be somewhat open
You
be
do.
in a relationship.
You do.
You can't be closed off and guarded.
even with building a friendship with somebody, you have to be open to a certain.
And they could decide whether they want to stick around and go away.
Wait, or not,
That's
right?
true.
That's true. It's up to
Give
them.
them the option. Don't make the option for them.
But that's the same thing with say
That's
you're
true, Karen.
say
That's
you're
real
you're
true.
dating somebody you found out later down the line that they have a boyfriend or girlfriend,
Yeah, that's done.
Or they're married.
or they're married.
That's done.
Instead of
It's
Yeah.
done.
sip.
Next. You're done.
But it's
You're done. You're fucking
it's
done.
just like why can't you be honest and give me the option to say, okay, I want to deal with this, or no, I don't want to deal with this. Like, why do you feel like lying is okay?
Because they're scared. When
Scared
people
of
lie,
what?
they're scared to lose that person. Because what if they're confused?
Yeah,
They're in the middle of a battle with, maybe it's
themselves.
like they're married, but maybe they're in the middle of a divorce or something like that. Like,
Or
what if
maybe
it's
they want
those
their cake and eat
situations?
it too, but
That's
it ain't
true.
gonna be me.
That's
See-
true. That's
see,
probably
no.
usually what it is. You're right.
Yeah, you want that cake and eat it
You
too.
too.
No, you
That's
can't have
true.
it both ways.
You sure can't. But then that's when you go into the lines of cheating, right? Because they're talking about cake and eat it too, right? That's the man
Yeah,
with the
yep.
with the married woman and then the side piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the cake and eating
Or
it
even
too.
or even dudes or girls with girlfriends or boyfriends,
That's true.
and you trying to
Living a
be
double life.
in people's inboxes and being sneaky and leaving emoji comments and
I feel as though you shouldn't do those things if you don't want it to be done to you.
exactly
Yes.
that's really
true.
that's
Period.
really it. Do unto others what you want done to you.
Exactly.
Period. And that's just all the way around the board. All the way around the board.
That's true.
You can't get mad if you doing that.
That's
You
true.
can't. You doing it and then you find out they doing that.
And you get mad?
You can't.
No.
So that goes to the, like, what about this? We talk about long distance relationships and we've been in long distance relationships. What about those men who cheat in long distance relationships? Like, is that one instance forgivable because y'all are cross country or whatever the case may be?
No.
It's not forgivable. If you're in a relationship with me, you're with me, period. Whether you live 6 minutes away or 60 minutes away. Your loyalty and commitment is to me, period.
It's already.
And if you feel
You
other
should never
ways,
got into a long distance
Right.
relationship.
It's already hard being that y'all are away from each other, trying to call each other and text each other all day
and I
and
believe
whatever
it
the
will
case
come
may
back.
be, and see each
Absolutely.
other.
What happens in the dark will come to the light.
Yeah, that's
All the
true.
time.
You don't gotta find it. It will come
come
to
to
you.
you.
That's
Yes, it
true.
will.
Regardless if
So
you're
you don't
in a
even
long
gotta
distance
look for it.
relationship or you living with them.
You
or
don't
whatever
even
the
gotta
case
look
may
for
be.
it.
That's
And if
true.
even if that's that type of person they are, and they come and live with you, you didn't know or whatever, they'll do it again.
It will show patterns.
Yeah, I feel as though that's
People's patterns never change.
Yeah.
Behaviors.
I disagree.
Behaviors.
Some people are talking about
certain patterns
cheating.
or behavior. Yeah.
yeah,
Certain,
Yeah,
certain
let's
patterns
make
and
that
behaviors.
clear.
cheating on somebody.
And
Never
things
change.
And
don't
if
end.
that's the case, if
But
if
then
feel as
you
though
say
need
that
to cheat,
people.
then
So you're saying people can't change?
People can change if you make the effort to want to change, but if you just
Right.
want to be out here being sneaky and
Yeah.
manipulative, then no.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just feel like
Manipulation.
with you talked about manipulation. Sometimes manipulation comes with abuse as well, right?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Manipulation is a form of
it's
abuse.
a mind game.
You're playing games. You're isolating me from my family and friends. Abuse. You're being abusive. Limiting what I can do or what I can't do.
It's a form of abuse.
It's a form of abuse.
That's it.
It is.
And it's more
Now getting into like the marriage part with me planning to be married, say, or even you all, because I'm pretty sure each and every one of you wants to get married one day. When that comes and say you get in a marriage and they're being abusive, at that point, is that forgivable? Are you going to counseling? Or are you just like, I can't take it, we're done? Like, once you get to a certain level in a relationship, shouldn't there be a certain amount of forgiveness in your heart?
I think
Okay.
you guys need to have counseling.
Okay, look. I'm gonna say this right here. Y'all gonna I don't care. Comment.
Say it.
Say whatever.
Sit
At the end of
back
the
up.
day, I ain't got no cup, but I'm saying this. At the end of the day, I don't care. You do abuse in in any form.
That's not normal.
It's
That's
not.
the-
It's not healthy. It's not right. That's not love. I don't care who it's
Period.
by. Period.
People be
Period.
like, oh well, he loves me.
If he loved you, he wouldn't be knocking your skull back and forth.
Not
That's not love.
In between the washer
Not
and dry.
You
breaking.
don't need
not,
somebody that bad,
not-
honey.
No, not breaking your teeth and
You
doing all
should
that.
love
That's
yourself more.
That's not love. that is not love at all, and it's not.
Y'all talking about the extreme, but I'm talking about verbal and mental.
But that's just
like, I get the extreme because I wouldn't take nobody
that's
beating
just
on me.
honestly that's just as
tussling
bad.
back and forth. That's not okay.
What somebody
But
says
I'm talking
to you,
about mental, which is something that you may not see it, but like you eventually see
Other
it. Like
people
someone,
might see it.
yeah.
What
that.
somebody-
I'm not talking
what
about black
somebody-
eyes. At that point, you're done.
what somebody says to you stays in your brain. I don't care if it's the sweetest compliment. How somebody makes you feel, you'll always remember that, whether it's good or whether it's bad.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there calling me fat, degrading me, calling me all types of names, of course that's gonna stick in my head. And then you probably get it said to you so much where you start to believe it. Like, damn.
I'm talking about the little stuff, like, baby, you don't gotta be around them all the time. Like, those are your friends. Like, stay at home. Like,
That's
it's
how
not that serious.
That's how it starts. It starts
That
off
little
as,
stuff. That's what I'm
it
talking
starts
about.
off as-
Is that
it starts
forgivable?
off as
Can
little
you
stuff.
count? Yeah.
It starts off as little, as saying, okay, well, no, you need to just stay home with me today, tomorrow, the next day, the next week, the next month.
But at that point, sometimes, especially when you're in a relationship, like you want that. You want that. So is that really mental?
You want to be around your spouse 24/7?
But it's probably how
You gotta
they
want to
say
have
it.
a break.
How
You
they
have to
say
have
it,
a
too.
life
Both
outside
of
of
you
your
have to have a
She's
life.
smiling over here. She's like, it's how they say it too.
It is how they say it sometimes.
Is
Like, or
it?
it could be
'Cause
other
the
people
them-
looking in and seeing, you know, him.
I get what you're saying.
You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
what you're
Like, if
saying.
somebody's looking, like, and he's saying it in front of your friends, like, oh, come on now, you don't gotta be with them, blah, blah, blah. And your friends is looking like, and you just think it's okay, like, all right, y'all, I'll see y'all later.
No, I'm pulling sis to the side. Come on, sis. We need to have a chit
And then your
chat.
friends are like, oh, well, he's controlling you, da 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 da. Like, he's trying to tell
I get
you
it. Yeah, I get it.
But that's how it starts. It starts off like that. And then if that continues, it grows. And it's, oh, don't go to work today.
But then let's look at the whole church perspective with marriage, right? Because we're sisters who believe in God and marriage, right? So one wife, one husband, that whole thing, you know what I mean? Like, is that then forgivable? Because you're in a marriage, he's mentally abusing you, or maybe a little physical, y'all tussling now.
Not tussling.
Come on.
Y'all tussling. There's no
tussle.
black eyes. There's no black eyes yet. But
Yes,
there's tussling.
yes.
No need to tussle.
What are we tussling about?
But I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get some little dialogue. Oops.
Damn, sis.
Spilling
Goddamn.
the tea.
I feel like a healthy relationship
That's
is
not love. You.
a healthy
You
relationship
tussling.
is communication. Sitting down, getting to the root of your problems, even if it is with counseling or some form of therapy, that's healthy.
It's honest communication. 'Cause
Honest communication.
Communication could just be bull.
That's true. You could be lying
You
or
could-
gaslighting,
Yeah, like you could just be chatting just to
saying or
blow
just
smoke, but
right.
it ain't real communication. It's just like saying what you want to hear, all of that stuff. But that's not communication.
No, it's not. Sorry.
That's just talking. But I mean, I get what you're saying. It needs to be healthy.
It needs to be healthy, and getting beat up is not healthy.
But sometimes you can't blame those who are in those abusive relationships because it's like you got to look at people's family. I'm sorry to say, but sometimes you have to look whose family you're dating into and marrying into.
That's why it's important to know who you're dating.
Yes, because
That
it's
is-
just not them; it's their family too.
But
I
that's
believe
just that's just the same way as knowing who you're having a child with.
That's true. You have to look at that stuff because it's like if that person didn't have no guidance, that guy didn't have no guidance at all. It's like, well, what is he gonna have? You know what I mean? If the father didn't pour anything into him,
A lot
or
of
the
kids,
mother didn't pour
yeah.
anything to him, what is he gonna be?
A lot of
like?
kids repeat what they see, and
That's true.
It's a cycle,
I believe in
and
that.
it's really up to you
to break
to
it.
either break it or continue to keep letting it happen.
But I do believe that females who get with guys who have had no guidance or whatever like that, they can be that person to help them along the way. Not necessarily change them, but they can help.
I think they need a father figure or a male figure.
I'm really
to help them.
like on the fence about
With that?
because
I get it though. Because she's right, they do need a father figure of some sort, but
Or
there's
male role
I don't want
model
to
or
come
figure.
into your life and have you feel like I'm your mom or I'm trying to be, you know, like, or a mom figure. I don't want that. I don't want to date my mom. I don't want to.
But believe it or not, men gravitate to who is
I mean,
like their mother.
of course, you want to be nurturing and, you know, caring and have those aspects, but I don't want you to look at me as like your mom.
Right? I agree.
I was told that, like, that's T. Where's my cup? So, like, so in a relationship, oh, I don't want you to be my mom, or I don't want you to be like my mom. But that's the type of man you're not a grown man.
Right.
I realize that
So you
the
need
reason
someone to be
why,
your mom.
right? I have to tell you what to. I shouldn't have to tell you what to do. You should just do it.
Right.
I
And at
shouldn't
that
have
point-
to tell you. At that point, then you realize what you
Was
should.
their mom or their parent doing what they were supposed to do to guide them in the right direction?
Right. Then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
But do y'all feel like even if somebody has
That guidance,
they can still
do
just
whatever
don't
the fuck
care.
That's
whatever they
true.
want.
and they do whatever
That's
they
true.
want to do? It
That's
could be
true.
it could be both ways. It really
That's
could be.
true. That's true.
But then also too, us as females, we allow men to do what we allow them to do. Like if they're gonna sit here and do or cheat, you know what I mean? If you are sitting here allowing it, they're gonna continue.
What you allow is what shit.
You know, I know what you mean.
What you allow is what will continue.
Continue, yeah. I believe in that. I mean, because
And that
it's
goes
like,
for anything.
It does.
Abuse, cheating, whatever.
Yeah, lying,
You
all
allowed
that.
it. You allowed it. So
At the end of the day, you gotta hold the person accountable. At the end of
Right.
the day, or it's just gonna keep happening to you.
I agree, and that's why communication is so important.
Getting to know the person that you're with is
Wow.
very important. That is like top tier priority. I want to
It's
know
exciting to me.
to get to
Getting
know
the
somebody.
person that you want to be with, it's very exciting to me.
Sometimes it can be,
Learning-
It could be
learning
difficult.
things, Yeah.
It could be difficult.
It is good, obviously, at the beginning you're learning. And
Yeah,
stuff.
the
But
beginning,
once
that
you get the
honeymoon is
raw,
all right.
the ugly, the real,
The
of
honeymoon
the
is
person.
the best stage.
Yeah. But
that's
how
it.
long is a honeymoon stage? I
That's
wanted to know.
interesting.
I think
I
it's
feel like
different for
it's for
everybody.
The
Yeah.
honeymoon stage can last 2-3 years.
You
And then
think
that's
so?
why people get,
I don't.
2-3 years.
That's
That's a long time.
2-3 years not living together.
maybe.
Well,
Once
yeah,
you
'cause-
live together,
That's,
then
that's when
that-
you really know the person.
even when the honeymoon, no, you could still have a honeymoon stage living with that person.
I feel like if you're having a
Yeah, I
honeymoon
guess.
stage, still living with that person, something's not adding up.
I was just about to
Something's not-
say that.
something's
I was
not
just
adding
about
up.
to say that
Some-
because it ain't the same.
It's
not the same.
That person that was over the
that's
phone
crazy.
and
It's not
on
the
video
same.
chat.
Or when you're going to visit them or see
Yeah,
them or go play, it's not
I
the
don't
same.
trust it. Don't trust it. Granted, this ain't
I
for
feel like I
everybody.
had a honeymoon stage for a while. I was still
Living
going
with
strong.
living with the person though, it changes. It
Why do you
changes
seem like my TV
everything.
is getting increasingly louder?
Yeah.
Like that's all I hear is.
Mark, turn the TV down.
I don't know. The honeymoon stage is interesting now.
What am I gonna do in all
You're
these?
gonna have to edit a
Parts.
lot.
I'm gonna have to like
I'm
play
sorry.
music or I don't
Yeah,
fucking
play
know.
music.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of.
Well,
editing,
stop it and see what we
but
got, cause we need to.
We just
Maybe
need
do
like
a fresh one.
a straight.
We probably
At
should do
least
a
10
fresh
minutes.
Yeah.
No, but that was some good stuff.
It was good.
Jayla, you hit
It
that,
was.
cause that.
I don't trust that. Like we're
Me neither.
in this and you know.
The honeymoon stage is over.
Yeah. After you live with somebody, especially.
It's over.
I don't know.
You get to
It's
see-
not over like that, but like
it's not over
it
like
You get to
that.
see the real
the
person
real raw
from
person.
when they wake up to when they
Yeah.
go to bed and everything in between.
Everything in between.
I mean, I feel like the honeymoon stage could continue at a certain
Yeah, that's
point.
what I
To
think.
a
I
certain,
wouldn't
to a
say
certain
it would be
degree,
over.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
It's
like-
not over.
Because
But,
I
like,
think
it will just
the
be
level of the
like-
relation it changes.
Yeah,
that
It changes. It
Uh-huh.
changes.
Yeah. But I feel like
They're there all every day.
Yeah. That's why I see why people say, "Oh no, I want to live with somebody before I get married to them."
I agree with that.
I see why people say that, and I also see why
some things that they do
some
can
people,
bother you.
right, and you'd be like, "Oh, can I deal with that for the rest of my life?"
Right.
That can ruin your. That's why people get married and then they're less than a year, they're divorced.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even get to really know that person.
Yeah,
you didn't.
How long into a relationship or into an engagement? How long is too long to be married? To give
engaged?
the time frame of, okay, we're engaged. How long until we're married?
A year, 2 years? Because it takes a minute to plan a good wedding.
I would say
or whatever.
3 years max. I would say 3 years.
You would be engaged for 3 years max?
3
Why?
years
I say
max.
2 years.
2 years.
3 years max, because again, you don't really know, like, certain things could come up.
That's true.
I would say
That's
3
true.
years max.
So-
But anything over that,
It's a bit much.
it's
A
kind
bit
of
much?
pushing it.
I say 2 years.
Yeah, 2.
2 years is good.
What do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like,
Do you feel like you need to have a wedding?
right, or you could just elope and
I feel like you can elope,
I feel
but
like
then that's
people-
when people get upset.
I feel like
But-
it's about you
But
and
at
that
the
partner.
end of the day, it's not about your family members getting upset. This is our marriage. This
you.
is our wedding. If-
Right, I understand, but you also want to share that celebration with people. So
Do you?
to just get elope, especially if people were there supporting you or whatever the case may be.
But one thing Chance said in one of his songs, I don't know if you ever heard the song. I don't want people at my wedding that's not going to be there for my marriage. And I agree with that.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Growing up, you say, "Oh, I want a big wedding, and I want this, and I want that." And as I've gotten
Who's helping
older,
you with that wedding? Who's
You got
paying
money?
for that? Yeah.
as I've
They
gotten
just there to be
older,
greedy and drink and eat.
Mm-hmm.
as I've gotten yeah,
Nebby.
as I've gotten older, I'm just like, I would rather elope, honestly,
Yeah.
and just
Just
That's
be
all
y'all
you
two
say,
because
man.
that's who it's going to be at the end of the
At the end of the
day.
day.
Have a party.
When y'all
Right.
go through y'all tough
We
times,
gonna
it's
be
you and that person.
because people out here don't respect marriage. They don't respect boundaries. They don't respect privacy.
Mm-mm.
They feel like they have to know every little detail of your life, and that's not healthy. That's not a healthy
I don't
thing.
like that.
Even with like social media and like comparing, like you see all these like couples on social media and behind closed doors, they
It's a mess.
be the ones going through
It's a mess.
Cheating, abuse.
all types of crazy stuff, and we be over here idolizing. Oh yeah, this person and that person.
Goals and-
Go-
Yeah.
No, but I don't have relationship goals.
Mhm.
I don't have relationship goals.
Everybody's relationship is going to be
I
totally
have relationship
different.
goes between me and him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
between
should.
between
Not
the
with
person
everybody
And the
that
person you're with.
with, that's it.
Or
I
not
don't-
idolizing
I'm
with
not-
somebody.
I'm-
You don't know what they're going through.
At all,
Right.
at all.
That is true though, seriously, because I feel like
Unless they're
ultimately-
transparent.
Right.
Yeah.
There are some people who you could kind of say,
There are some
wow,
people even
okay, cool.
Yeah.
but most people, I'm like
Aren't
giving you a side
transparent.
eye, like,
Mhm.
yeah.
I feel like even
What's
with,
the real tea?
Right.
Right.
That's
What's
true.
the real tea? What are you not telling us?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I enjoy our podcast, because we share some real life things that we're going through. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Absolutely.
even with me, like a few years ago, 3 years ago, like, you know, you wanted to somewhat be in competition. You know what I mean? I could do this better. We went here, we went there. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, it's not about where you're going, who sees you. It's about what time you're having when you're with your special someone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because ultimately, like, people don't care where you're going or
At
where
the
you're
end
at.
of the day, people are
They
nebby.
really don't, and
They
they
are
just wanna be
nebby,
nebby.
and they
They're
wanna.
going to talk about you regardless if
Anyway.
you're doing something or you ain't doing something.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey.
If you married, if you ain't married. If you
You
single,
gay,
you ain't
you
single. If
hey.
you're long distance, you ain't.
If y'all
Whatever.
broke up, you got a kid, hey. Y'all
Hey,
broke up, no,
yeah.
y'all not getting
That's
married.
true.
Hey.
That's true.
Nebby.
Because I feel like we all could say, like, oh, I'll just speak to myself, like, social media was a big thing, like, and I used to always be on, especially Facebook, and that's why, like, I cut that out because sometimes that can consume you.
It
You
really
get in your
can.
relationship, and then
It
it can
can.
just make things worse.
It
And it's
can.
like,
Right.
what are you looking at
why
these
did
people
you-
for? They
Why
don't
did
care.
you put this? Or
Right.
why did you like this person's
Right.
picture? Or why did you comment and this, that, and the
How many likes you
You
got?
get-
How
Do
many
y'all
people-
do y'all
yeah.
feel that that's healthy
That's not.
for like you
That's
and your
what-
you and your spouse to be?
It's good
I mean, going back and forth over social social media is not it, like at all.
There's
I
better.
feel like you gotta cut that out and take a
Or-
break from it sometimes.
Way more
Or even letting
things that
people
you
know
could be
what's going
worried
on in
about.
your life and what,
Yeah.
who you with or whatever.
Like there was a point in my
What you
life where
doing?
I was like really active on social
Oh,
media.
yeah.
Like I would, post different stuff, and it was just like after a while I kind of took a step back, like
Yeah.
Why am I doing
why
this?
am I
I
giving these
agree.
people the satisfaction
Yeah.
of
To be a part of my life,
Right.
story or whatever.
right,
That's
right?
true. That's
It's
true.
just like,
Because everybody don't need to know everything.
and that's it.
And everything ain't for
Everybody,
everybody.
that's,
Right.
that's
not.
facts.
That goes
That's
for a lot
That's
of
when
things.
jealousy comes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Sometimes you gotta deactivate and take a pause and step back because
Take
it's
a
not
break
that real.
and even
Half the
delete
stuff you
and,
see on it ain't even real.
and seriously, all this glitz and glamour that we be seeing on these posts, y'all don't even know that the people really be struggling. Like,
Right. The
we-
people, I feel like the people with the less numbers are the more real. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's
the
a
ones
lot
that
of
don't
people
got
out
but
here-
like 5, 6, 7 likes.
It's a lot of people out here that are doing it for clout, that are
Yeah.
doing, that are,
For
just,
fame. They wanna
yeah,
be
They
like,
want an
Facebook
audience.
famous.
right.
They want to see something.
Instagram
They
famous.
want they the audience. They will be sitting on their computer, sitting on their phone,
Mhm.
eating popcorn, watching your life. Oh, they think it's this some drama.
Mhm.
They can't wait to see some drama.
People like that are scary. Because it's like,
But
why,
that's what
why
social
are
media
you,
has done to this world.
it's, like, take 6ix9ine for example.
Ugh.
6ix9ine got out of jail. I mean, you're a marked man for the rest of your life. Period. That's just facts. He was on social media, outside on his balcony recording. His neighbor happened to see. She's like, "Oh, 6ix9ine's up here." She starts recording him. She could have got that man killed
Ew.
instantly. He had to move. Like he had to pack up everything and move. Like as
You
soon
just
as possible.
minding people's business.
That's how people get killed nowadays. Pop Smoke.
Yep.
How did they find out where he was at?
Posting.
Yeah.
Social media. is something
Certain
else.
stuff there.
All root back to what? Social media.
There is certain stuff that I'll never share on social media ever. I don't care who it's with. Or I just will never share.
Mhm.
And I've learned to be okay with that.
Mhm.
I've learned to be okay with not posting every trip that I go on or not posting
Right.
every meal that I've had
Yeah.
or even posting like money and stuff. I've touched a lot of money in the past couple months.
Right.
God is good.
He is good, but
That's true. People don't gotta know
that
about
stuff,
promotions
yeah, like
and
you know,
job moves. and
I
stuff
got
like that.
promoted from my job.
Right.
Never
People
spoke
don't
about it
gotta
on
know.
social media.
Right.
People don't gotta know about credit scores and how
Right.
much money you got in the bank because it's not even that real.
It's not.
Because you can
And-
get killed over that stuff like y'all just
Exactly.
said.
Exactly.
Take all that money in the bank.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, I'm gonna find all
If
that
somebody
stuff.
gonna kill you, you ain't gonna get to spend that rest of that
Right.
money.
That's true.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Just
But
like
it's-
people who just like,
Some people don't have it, and they like, oh, this person got it.
oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
take it from them.
facts. Bet.
And it's something when we talk about like God and stuff like that, like we're first to show different things. That we went here, but we can't thank God that we went here and did this and did that. Because there's people out here that don't even got it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I also take that into consideration.
Yeah.
When I like some stuff you do want to post and then you think about it like, you know what? I'm not even going to do that because
Right.
there's possibly somebody on my timeline that can make their whole day like worse.
Yeah.
Right.
I do. I really.
When you
I'm-
think about it like
I'm
that.
I'm really mindful now of what I post and like I really try to just post like positive stuff
Yes.
and like stuff
Yes.
to like laugh and make people's day, make
Right.
somebody smile because you never
Especially
know.
now with this quarantine.
You
people
never
losing their
know.
jobs.
Yeah, you never know what somebody can really be going through behind social
Closed
media,
doors, yeah.
behind closed doors.
And that goes back to what we talked about with relationships. You know how we just talked about abuse and cheating and stuff like that. People can't even get out of their homes
Yeah.
and are dealing with abusive men. You know,
Or
and it's
women.
just that's true. And it's like you gotta like
Or
spread
children
positive
dealing
vibes.
with neglect and child
Yeah.
abuse. It's
And their only way for escaping was to go to school or to go to work or
and now everybody's stuck at home.
Mm.
This is stuff that people don't think about. They just really think about themselves.
That's true.
And it's like,
That is so true.
how are these people living and how are they like surviving? Like
right.
millions of people are on unemployment. What if that runs out? Like, what happens then? What happens then?
That is so true. And it's just like, and it goes back, we're talking about relationships, love, and stuff like that. You said unemployment, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you get into a relationship or we're in relationships and our man loses their job?
And
you know
he's
what I mean?
the sole provider
And
of
he's
the
the
family.
sole provider, because I honestly do believe the man should be the head of the house, because that's what it says in the Bible. But what if he loses his job? How do you feel? Like, is finances everything to you? Like, are you then gonna step up? What if he?
That's
Does it-
where
How
the
does that work?
communication part comes in.
Mm.
If you don't have good
That's
communication,
cute.
if you don't have
that's
good
true.
communication skills
That's true.
in a situation like that, it ain't gonna work.
That's true.
You gotta sit down and discuss. Okay, these is the bills. This what needs to be done. We need to make a plan of some sort. Whether it be me try to get more hours or you try to find a side hustle. Something has to be done, because just sitting at home ain't it. Because we got a life. We gotta survive. You gotta do something. Yeah, something. You gotta do something.
In this world, you have to have a backup plan.